Hey everyone, Mitch coming in for the Chimera's Core Studio. Welcome to the show. So on today's episode, let's talk about the fallout of things and how, well, I am really nervous about the actual stream that is coming in a few hours because of, well, some of the discourse online and what might be happening. First, let's jump off on a more human note, though. They post from Olivia from the Rules Committee, or former Rules Committee. I'm devastated. I didn't want this. I'll write something more meaningful and thought out soon. Right now, I'm just sad, empty, hoping I didn't fail the memory of my friend. Please be kind to one another and take care of yourselves. Yeah, absolutely understandable that Olivia is devastated. This is absolutely terrible. And again, obviously saying, like, I didn't want this. Like, the Rules Committee themselves did not want to give over control, or at least, you know, the two voices we're going to hear from today that I'll be showing as well. They didn't want to give over control of the format to Wizards. That's not what they wanted. They wanted it to be independent. It was more of an issue where it seemed kind of, again, forced, not by Wizards themselves, but again, forced by certain members of the community that were absolutely terrible people online. Just absolutely terrible, threatening, harassing people. Never threaten or harassing people online. Like, I've said that a million times now at this point. Do not do it. Never appropriate. Constructive criticism, of course, but we would not be here today if it wasn't for some of the terrible voices online, and that is just a very sad thing. Yeah, be kind to another, please. Jim LePage had this to say as well. Another voice from the former Rules Committee. Sheldon Menery reached out to me in 2019 because I was yelling into the void on Twitter. He told me it was obvious how passionate I am about Commander, and over the course of the following year, we talked almost exclusively about his legacy and the long-term health of the format. I joined the Commander Advisory Group in 2021 and the Rules Committee in 2022. Since 2022, I've been doing a lot of work on procedures, documentation, and planning. To that end, the commitment I made to Sheldon before he passed was that Commander would be a thriving game long after every single member of the current committee has passed. I haven't been able to keep up with responding to all the emails, DMs, and tags, but I promise you I've read every single one, including the ones wishing me harm and the ones calling me an idiot. I hear a lot of pain, confusion, uncertainty, and outrage. What's become clear to me is that fulfilling my commitments requires a level of global connectedness, proactive and reactive communication, research, and skill beyond what I'm capable of writing. I don't think it's possible for a group of part-time volunteers to rise to this task. Beyond that, my ability to protect myself and the people I care about cast the whole situation in a different light. This part needs to be dealt with immediately. I need to acknowledge that I am not the right person to deliver on those commitments. The best chance I have of honoring Sheldon's legacy is to hand the keys over to people who are more capable and better resourced. Last week, I reached out to Wizards of the Coast for help, and we collectively began work on transitioning all management resource responsibilities of the format. I'll be providing them with my roadmap, contacts, and documentation to ensure that the transition is smooth. It's extremely important to me that the format's new leadership remains faithful to Sheldon's vision of a vibrant global community with a strong focus on the people who play it. I want to express my sincere gratitude and apologies to the community, and especially to the Commander Advisory Group and our Discord moderators who had a hellish week through no fault of their own. I'm truly devastated. This is not the outcome I wanted, but it is the only option that provides both appropriate care and attention to the community and the safety that the format's leaders deserve as human beings. Again, that is, obviously key right now. That is the biggest thing right now, is the safety of the people involved, because again, the terrible nature of some people online that are just awful. Again, never threaten people, never make people or the ones they care about feel, unsafe. It is absolutely awful. And again, as you can see from Olivia and Jim, neither of which wanted to, pass along essentially the format into the hands of Wizards. It's more of an act of, what else are we supposed to do at this point with all these threats coming in online? Now, with this episode continuing, I wanted to bring in kind of the human nature of, again, just the Rules Committee themselves and not wanting this to be the answer. Again, I talked about it in my episode yesterday. The answer that they wanted when, the article from Wizards, on the future of Commander came out. If you haven't read this yet, make sure you read it at some point on the future Commander, or just check out the episode. I go through it yesterday. But basically, Wizards is taking over the format. No one wanted this. I can't tell. There's certain community members, I'm sure, that wanted this. I've seen comments every now and then the format would be better if Wizards was in control. I disagree with that, and I feel like the vast majority of people out there disagree with it. Even the rules committee, I don't believe ever wanted that, at least the majority of the rules committee. Yeah, Olivia and Jim both, expressing their opinions that this is not what they wanted. It's seemingly, again, kind of more pressured into it, not from Wizards themselves, but from the community, voices in the community that are threatening them, and just kind of not knowing what in the world you're supposed to be able to do with that, obviously, moving forward. So, when it comes to, again, the problematic nature of Wizards, controlling the rules, well, the problem is, again, you've got, with their announcement, let's see where this is. Here we go. So today, in partnership with the members of the existing Rules Committee, we are announcing that the Rules Committee is giving management of the Commander format to the game design team of Wizards of the Coast. So those that make the cards that can be, OP, pushed just to sell product, are now in charge of banning or not banning them. And I can tell you that, again, like I believe it was Josh Lequai who said that he pushed back against Wizards for, going to be printing Jeweled Lotus. They still did it, of course. So it's just like, and Josh Lequai, again, former member of the CAG, Commander Advisory Group, not Rules Committee, but still, yeah, being able to say, like, you know what, this is something that's not good for Commander. Obviously, Josh is a big presence in Commander and has been playing for a long, long time. And then Wizards just saying, like, nah, whatever, we're gonna print that card. Yeah, when you have I think what the phrase is, right? The fox in the chicken coop, or I don't know, the hen hound, I don't know, something. When you have the actual company that is making the thing, and then over, the supervision of the thing as well, it's not a good formula. There is no checks and balances at all. You've got no supervision for them. It is just, it is carte blanche to just print whatever they want. And here's the other thing on this, though, and a lot of takes I'm seeing online, which is just like, oh, please no, this better not be something. They did say, we'll also be evaluating the current banned card list alongside the Commander Rules Committee and the community. We will not ban additional cards as part of this evaluation. While discussion of the ban list starts, this immediate change of the list are not our priority. So I really hope that last part, again, immediate changes to the list are not our priority. I hope that is the biggest thing to start off with, and just say, like, they better stick to that. And that announcement today better not do one thing, which I've been hearing not a lot of voices, but a lot of discussion online that they might do. And that is to retract the bans, or at least retract part of the bans. My gosh. And so, again, they said, we will not ban additional cards as part of this evaluation. They did not say anything about unbanning cards. And again, hopefully immediate change lists are not their priority. They do not unban these cards ever. I apologize to those of you out there that are big fans of Mana Crypt, Jewel Lotus, Dockside, and even Nadu. Yeah, the move that I think that I could see them potentially making today, and I really hope they do not, is that they unbanned Jewel Lotus and Mana Crypt. They'll keep Dockside banned. They'll keep Nadu banned. Those are two cards that were kind of forecasted to be banned at some point. Again, like the Rules Committee years and years and years ago started talking about Dockside being problematic. Last year in January, I pointed out this a couple times now. They said basically, like, yeah, it's probably not going to be banned, and then it ends up getting banned. But Jewel Lotus and Mana Crypt were never kind of really discussed ahead of time, so those kind of did come out of nowhere. Though their stance on, this is what we want moving forward. No fast mana, except for Soul Ring for some reason. No fast mana moving forward. But yeah, I do not want to see, further chaos happen, essentially, which will definitely happen if those two cards or all four cards are unbanned and Wizards is like, well, clearly this was a kerfuffle, and we need to go back a little bit on this because, well, the community got angry on it. That sets a couple really bad precedents. Number one, yeah, people, voices in the community can just, again, threaten, harass people to the point that big changes happen because of that. And all of a sudden, I'm, invested in Mana Crypt. I'm invested in Jewel Lotus. I lost hundreds of dollars. Now I can just yell at people online, threaten them online, and all of a sudden, I get what I want. Yet we can't have that happen. Number one. So I really hope Wizards, recognizes that and says, you know what? No, we're not going back and doing that. Also, again, the people who sold off their, Jewel Lotuses, Mana Crypts, Docksides, et cetera, in panic, when it first started happening, obviously, or are still doing, and the Wizards like, by the way, no, it's unbanned, the Rules Committee, they made a mistake on that. We're Wizards. We're in charge. Clearly, Mana Crypt's great. Dockside, oh my gosh, great design. Jewel Lotus, amazing design. Wow, best design I've ever seen. Black Lotus for a commander. Look at us. No, being able to say again, like, if they are designing these cards and they are putting the, stamp of approval on them into a format that literally cannot be broken, it's not a format that's like standard, like legacy, not legacy, I guess, but not like standard, not like modern, where like, again, you can just like have something completely take over. Commander is a social format where, again, there's a lot of different opinions, a lot of different ways to play. There are definitely problematic cards and cards that I believe, yes, should be banned, like these. But again, when they're like, okay, we're designing cards for it, and it's impossible for us to completely ruin the format, really, yeah, they're just going to have that sample approval, and hopefully that doesn't mean they're like, well, you know what, we need to unban these because we wouldn't have banned them, and now we're in charge. So I'm really hoping that's not the case today. Again, in a couple of hours, I am nervous about it because, yeah, I mean, when I heard that Wizards taken over, again, that is, in my opinion, worst case scenario. Community fans out there, and I got a lot of you responding in the comments yesterday, darkest timeline, absolutely, hashtag 6 seasons in a movie. But yes, being able to say, okay, we've got some at least consistency moving forward. The waves are stopping right now. The water is calming, hopefully, and instead of just literally just spiking things back into chaos further by being like, by the way, we're unbanning these cards because we don't want them banned, I think is a terrible decision. And hopefully Wizards never unbans these cards. It is not, again, to not just because I don't believe, again, they should be unbanned ever. Again, people from the community, other voices from the community even said that, okay, like, maybe the rules committee should have gone about it a different way, where, like, they banned Dockside and Nadu first, and then eventually do Mana Crypt, and eventually do Lotus. Like, sure. Like, I don't agree with that approach. If a card should be banned, it just should be banned. You shouldn't be like, well, it's because this one's expensive that it shouldn't be banned. I don't think that, and again, that precedent, I don't think should ever be set, that because these cards are expensive, they cannot be banned. That is absolutely ridiculous. That is ridiculous that you can have, again, finances dictate gameplay. That is absurd. Again, Magic is not an investment. If you are worried about your investment, proxy your cards. Goodness gracious. Go invest into some stocks or mutual bonds or something. My goodness. Do not invest in Magic and be like, well, this has to be safe, and if you ruin it, I'm upset. No. You need to evaluate the game on a gameplay state. And so Wizards, moving forward, I hope they do that. I doubt they will because, again, they are in charge of making, the ban decisions. I really hope that they... Oh my goodness. I don't know. I don't even know like how moving forward they're going to be able to work with the community and the rules committee to actually make good decisions instead of them just being like, well, we printed this and we like it, so therefore it's never going to be banned because why would we print a card that we would just ban right away? They wouldn't. So, yeah. Really hoping that a couple things happen. Probably going to be disappointed by Wizards like usual, but yes, hopefully they do not. Hopefully they do not unban those cards and just reverse the decision the rules committee just made. Again, either halfway or all the cards or whatnot. Do not do that, Wizards. That is, in my opinion, worst case scenario, again, causing further chaos for some reason. Again, this move already is even more chaos, but yeah, I'm just worried about today. So yeah, stay tuned. Oh goodness, for the announcement today. I'm really hoping it's just, like here's what's happening, Here again, the darkest timeline. Yeah. Yeah. We realize this is terrible too because we're awful, Wizards. Yeah, hopefully it's not like, by the way, we listened to the community and we evaluated things, and you know what? We agree with certain voices in the community that we're not wrong in designing, Jewel Lotus and Dockside. And those are beautiful designs. And Mana Crypt has always just been a staple in Commander. And you know what? Nadu never did anything wrong, so we're unbanning all of them. Yeah, let's hope that chaos doesn't further ensue with this. Absolutely. Goodness gracious. Okay. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on this one. Again, if you're like me, you're going to be checking into, again, stay tuned for more to come. In the meantime, you're welcome to join our Discord and discuss further, and we will see you for the weekly MTG stream tomorrow, which is today now, October 1st at 10 a.m. Pacific time on twitch.tv/magic. So again, in a couple of hours, I'm going to be watching that. I hope you're going to be watching it too. And afterwards, I'll probably have an episode on what the world is about. And hopefully it's like, you know what? Yeah, it was not about them unbanning cards. Even though there's a lot of people saying that they might unban some cards, and they better not. So, yeah, here we go. Of course, as always, thanks again. And, well, first of all, be kind to everyone, okay? Do not be terrible and harass people and threaten people online. Do not do that. Again, constructive criticism, always welcome. But never, never, never harass or threaten people online. Of course, as always, thanks again, and have a good one. This show and episodes like this one are possible thanks to viewers like you. If you're looking for an easy way to help support this show, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Also, hit that bell notification icon so you don't miss any new episodes. You can also go check out our playmats and other merchandise at thecommandersquarters.com. We also have a ton of brand new t-shirt designs in stock, so make sure you check out those as well. Another easy way to support this show is with our TCG Player affiliate links. So whether you're buying a deck or individual cards, you can use this general link right here or one in the description. And the final way that you can support this show is by supporting us directly by becoming a patron. There are many benefits to being a patron, and I truly couldn't do this without all of their support.